Hello, I'm Glenn Ferguson. In this series of free video and reports, I'm going to share with you some of the most important lessons I've learned about retirement, starting with retirement's dirty little secrets and lies, why most persons fail planning their retirement, and the strategies and techniques you can use to create what I call a worry-free retirement. By the way, make sure to get on my VIP list as soon as possible by visiting my blog and signing up. When you do, you'll immediately get access to more of these exclusive video interviews with me, where I share some of the key strategies for a successful retirement. And I'll also give you special early access to my upcoming seminar, Strategies for Achieving a Comfortable Retirement, Yours, and Other Benefits. Again, just go to my blog and join. It's free. So now let's learn about retirement and why when it comes to retirement, you need to know its dirty little secrets and lies and what to do about them. I have two questions to test your retirement literacy. Let's see how you do answering them. What is retirement? And what does it take to have a successful retirement? So how did you do? Do you know the answers? Do you feel good about your answers? Most of us have never considered the answers to these questions, which means that you are probably headed towards an eventuality that you don't understand and therefore unable to properly prepare for. And now, here's an even more important question. Are you confident that you will have a successful retirement? Do you feel confident enough in your knowledge about retirement and how it works? And do you feel confident that you know what to do to prepare for retirement, that once you get there, you will be comfortable and secure and enjoy the lifestyle you want for the rest of your life? If you didn't answer yes, and you don't feel confident in your knowledge about retirement, then what you're going to learn from me in this series of videos, reports, and exercise will most likely change your future in a very important and positive way. Let's get started with me answering the two questions I asked you earlier. To have a successful retirement requires you having a comprehensive plan, and this is why you cannot afford to leave your planning for retirement until you're retiring. Because satisfaction in retirement is remarkably greater when you can plan for your retirement. And the longer you have to plan your retirement, the higher will be the satisfaction and happiness you achieve once you get there. Unfortunately, many retirees now regret not having planned their retirement better, as more and more retirees are becoming dependent on the government, family, or charity for support. Here's the bottom line. Early retirement planning will ensure that you're able to have a purposeful, fulfilling, and happy retirement. It gives you the ability to live out your life's purpose across all 7 areas of life. That's financial, spiritual, family, intellectual, social, and work. It allows you to create and align your retirement to your life's purpose and a compelling vision. It allows you to replace the 5 benefits that works provide. Oh yes, we'll be talking about those. And finally, it allows you to look beyond cultural conditionings and learn a new meaning of success that is more than power, prestige, position, pleasure, or the property that you own. That brings us to retirement's first dirty little secret, and that is a successful retirement doesn't just happen without you being prepared and intentional about your planning. You may well be among the first in your family to experience this new phenomenon we call retirement, as you may be the first to have been afforded the opportunity to empower yourself financially to the extent that you can now consider retirement in the traditional sense of the word. But really, what is retirement? Well, retirement is the time to do what you want to do without the fear of running out of money or health. Let me say it again for you. Retirement is a time to do what you want to do without the fear of running out of money or health. Is that what you thought retirement was? Well, from that definition, it means that retirement has nothing to do with your age. I am sure that you think that you have to be old and wrinkled before you can retire. But retirement has nothing to do with your age, which is why so many persons are shocked when their employers offer them the opportunity to retire. Well, that is a subject for another one of my special reports. For now, let's look at retirement in the traditional sense, and even this is changing, because retirement's secondary little secret is retirement ain't what it used to be. You see, in the old retirement model, retirement is really a brief period of time, usually between 5 and 10 years, and most of it was in ill health, which means that you were too old to work and too young to die. And you generally spend this time with your extended family, meaning that you needed to have limited resources. But in the new retirement model, you can find yourself spending as much as 30 years in retirement, much of it in relatively good health, because you'll be starting retirement earlier and living longer. And most of this living will be on your own, which means you're going to need a lot more financial resources to handle the expenses of your retirement, meaning that you may need to have at least 100% of your pre-retirement income. I know persons are saying 70%, but believe you me, you're going to need at least 100% of your pre-retirement income to enjoy your retirement. Another very startling point about the new retirement is that there are 6 lies that relates to the old retirement model that you had better not believe. The first of these lies is retirement is a time for winding down. Whatever you do, don't go into retirement believing that retirement is a time for winding down. No way. Retirement is a continuation of life or a whole new life of opportunities. And this is the way you have to approach it. Lie number 2. Retirement is the end of work. While retirement carries the expectation of stopping work, lots of leisure, and living on your savings, if this is what you're thinking, then you're in for a big surprise, as that is not what retirement is. It is not the end of work. In fact, as many as 76% of retirees find that they must work because they cannot afford their retirement. So don't get that notion. But what you want to do, given that you will be starting retirement earlier, is to make work a choice you make and not one that you are forced to make. And if you plan to work, you will then have the opportunity to enter the workforce on your own terms. So it is important that you develop the skills you have, because retirement may just be the time that they pay off big time. Retirement lie number 3. You have plenty of time to plan for retirement. If this is your feeling, let me assure you that retirement will sneak up on you like a windscreen on a bug, and before you know it, you will be in retirement. This is why you cannot afford to procrastinate. If you do, you will find yourself regretting it, like 80% of retirees today. Retirement lie number 4. Happiness in retirement is all about money. And I'm sure you feel that way, given the way most retirement planning sessions are conducted, addressing only one aspect of your life, the financial part. But is that enough? While money is important, it takes retirement goal setting, financial planning, and preparation, not just money, to ensure that your retirement is satisfying. Retirement lie number 5. Retirement is based on age. This may have been popular with other generation of retirees, but it doesn't apply to the majority of today's retirees, and it will not apply to you. Therefore, you had better not believe that this critical life decision to retire is based simply on how many birthdays you have had, your company's policy, or the availability of an attractive severance packages. These have absolutely nothing to do with the current or future substance of your life. And this is why so many retire only to be tired, depressed, or dead within a relatively short period of time. You want to be able to control when and how you retire, and that should be at any time you choose to do so. Finally, retirement lie number 6. Retirement will be the same for everyone. Well, the new picture is clear. Retirement is no longer a one-size-fits-all, and there are 4 very different types of retirees. And persons in each of these groups have very different attitudes, outlooks, concern, and ways of living their retirement years. And the more prepared you are will determine which of the 4 faces you will wear in retirement. We'll talk more about those in another of my special reports. That brings us to retirement's 3rd dirty little secret, and that is retirement has killed more persons than hard work ever will. So you have got to be sure you're not only retiring from something, but retiring to something. Now let's recap what you've learned. Well, we've learned that retirement has 3 dirty little secrets. The first of those is a successful retirement doesn't just happen without you being prepared and intentional about your planning. The second dirty little secret was retirement ain't what it used to be. And the third of retirement's dirty little secret is retirement has killed more persons than hard work ever will. And we have also learned the 6 lies about retirement that you better not believe. So what can you do about it? You have a few choices to make about what you're going to do with the knowledge you have just been given. Because knowledge of itself is not power. Only applied knowledge leads to power. You have 3 choices really. You can do nothing, say you will do something and still do nothing, or you can let me help you. Unfortunately, most people will hear this message and they will do nothing. For them, the time where they had the willpower to change is past, and it is probably not coming back. If you are not sure about what you want to do because you feel you are too far gone to change, I assure you that no matter where you are or how you feel, you can change. So seriously consider the implication of what will happen if you continue to do nothing. It probably won't be pretty. You don't want to live the retirement that someone else is planning for you. Another option is to just procrastinate. Say you will do something and still do nothing. The unfortunate thing with this is that there's no way that you can stop the hands of time, and you will be in retirement whether you like it or not. The final option is to let me help you. For over 10 years, I've been helping persons with their retirement through my retirement seminars and coaching programs, and now I'm ready to help you. If you have never given yourself a retirement education, then it is time to do so. One thing for sure, the knowledge you need is not going to magically appear. You have to go out and get it, and now you can get it for free when you join my VIP list. So it's your choice. Do nothing, procrastinate, or let me help you. I must say that whatever you decide to do, please do something. Get yourself educated by retirement so that you can set yourself up to win in retirement. What you may have not considered is that while money is important, retirement goes well beyond money. So you must go beyond thinking about just money. In the next reports and video that I'm going to release, I'm going to teach you more about how to set up your retirement game so you can win in retirement. But to wrap up this session, I want you to answer these 3 questions so you can see where you have made mistakes in your thinking about retirement that you can now start to correct. First, what was the most important thing you learned in this report about retirement? Secondly, think about your own retirement. What do you need to learn in order to have a successful and meaningful retirement? And finally, now that you've learned about retirement's dirty little secrets and lies, and why it is important to start planning now, what are you going to do about it? The first thing you should do is make sure you get on my VIP list, which will allow you to continue to learn key lessons about retirement and get more free reports, as well as early access to my strategies for achieving a comfortable retirement seminar and other benefits. Well, thank you for watching this special retirement report, and I'll talk to you soon in my second video.